In Ajaoke village, nothing escapes the eyes of the night except maybe Chief Adigun's third wife, Moronkeji, who watched it back every night without fail. Moronkeji dragged a wooden stool to the front of the chief's compound just as the sun dipped behind the Iroko trees. She wrapped a faded Ankara shawl around her shoulders, folded her legs neatly, and sat there, silent, alert, eyes wide open, until the first cock crowed. Rain or shine, harmattan or heat, she did not sleep. At first, the villagers thought it was the usual new wife behavior. You know how third wives were, eager to impress, desperate to prove loyalty. But Moro Nkeji had been married to the chief for 3 full years, and still she refused to sleep at night. Maybe her eyes are doing shift work. Mama Efun, the village gossip commander, joked at the market one morning. Oh, maybe she's guarding something she stole. Another woman replied, sucking her teeth. In Ajaoke, people did not mind their business. It was considered suspicious behavior. Chief Adigu himself was a man of presence, large stomach, booming laughter, and a walking stick carved with symbols of authority. He had two wives before Moronkeji. Iyabo, the first wife, sharp tongue, respected, feared. Rashidat, the second wife, soft spoken, prayerful, always muttering Arabic verses. Moronkeji, the third wife, was different, quiet, polite, observant, and she never slept. At night, when the village fell silent and the moon painted shadows across mud houses, Moronkeji sat at the gate, listening. Sometimes she hummed old songs, sometimes she whispered prayers, sometimes she simply stared into the darkness like someone expecting a visitor. Children dared each other to pass near the chief's compound at night. She will look at you like she can see your future, one boy whispered. And the strangest thing, no matter how late Chief Adigun returned from meetings or palm wine sessions, Moronkeji was always awake to open the gate. Woman, don't you sleep? He once asked, laughing. She smiled. Sleep will come later, my husband. But sleep never came, and the village began to talk. In Ajaoke, gossip moved faster than motorcycles. Soon, theories spread like bonfire. She's a witch. No, she's guarding stolen money. I heard she killed someone in her father's house. They said she was married before to a spirit. The loudest voice belonged to Baba Sikiru, the village drunk, who somehow always knew everything. I tell you people, his Lord one evening, no human being can stay awake like that unless something is following her. The woman nodded. Even Iyabo the first began to feel unease. One night, she watched Moro Nkeji from her window. The woman sat still, not nodding, not stretching, not yawning. Iyabo shivered. Rashidat, she whispered the next day. Have you noticed that woman doesn't even doze? Rashidat adjusted her hijab. Allah sees all things. Let us pray. But prayer didn't stop curiosity. One night, Tunde the hunter claimed he saw Moro Nkeji speaking softly to the wind. Another night, Kemi the palm wine seller swore she saw a faint glow near the stool where Moro Nkeji sat. By the third year, the village elders took notice. Chief Adigun was summoned. Your wife is disturbing the peace of the village, the Bale said. How? The chief laughed. She is awake when spirits roam. The chief waved it off. She is harmless, but deep inside, even he had begun to wonder what was his wife guarding. The truth began to crawl out on the night of the Egungun festival. Masks danced, palm wine flowed, laughter filled the air. That night, Moronkeji did not sit at the gate. For the first time in 3 years, her stool was empty. The village noticed. Mama Efun exclaimed. Her sleep finally defeated her. But when midnight came, something strange happened. A soft crying echoed from the chief's compound. Not loud, not desperate. The cry of a child. People froze. Is there a baby? Someone whispered. Chief Adigun rushed home, heart pounding. The wives followed. Elders trailed behind him, fear and excitement wrestling in their chests. Behind the compound near the old shrine tree that everyone pretended not to see, they found her, Moronkeji, kneeling, holding a small clay pot from which the crying came. The crowd gasped. Yabo screamed. Rashidat fainted. Woman, the ballet shouted. What is that? Moronkeji looked up, tears streaking her face. This, she said softly, is why I do not sleep. Moronkeji spoke. Years ago, before she married the chief, she had given birth alone after being abandoned by her first lover, a man who fled the village in shame. Custom demanded she present the child's father. She had none. The elders decreed the baby a cursed child, an abomination that would bring drought. The baby was to be buried alive at the old shrine. Moronkeji refused. That night, she hid the child in a clay pot, kept warm, fed secretly, and gathered in every night. When the chief married her, she brought the pot with her. Every night, she sat outside, guarding the child's spirit and body. The crying stopped. The pot was opened. Inside was not a baby, but a small wooden carving glowing faintly. The child died 3 nights after. Moronkeji sobbed, but his spirit stayed. If I sleep, he wanders. The elders trembled. The shrine tree shook, the carving cracked, the breeze, a breeze swept through the compound, then silence. At dawn, Moronkeji slept for the first time. The village changed. Rain fell after years of dryness. Children were born healthy. Chief Adigun built a memorial. Moronkeji was never mocked again. Until today, when night comes in Ajaoke, people say, if you see a woman awake, do not laugh. She may be guarding more than sleep. I thank you for listening to our story so far. If you haven't subscribed, please do well to subscribe, share, like, and click on the notification button. Thank you.